Okay. All right. All right. Yesterday we have seen this. Yesterday, a quick recap of what we have seen yesterday. We have discussed about validate app schema, recreate grand synonyms for app schema, maintain multilingual tables. This is what we discussed, right? Yesterday, in our yesterday's session, just a quick recap. Validate app schema, recreate grands. How to do it is we know using AD admin only, different options, and it will generate, a .lst file in the Apple top admin SID out directory. Okay. When do we run that? We have discussed about any main big patch we apply, after a series of patches when we apply, after any big export and import activity, and when doing some custom development in app schema, and when you receive a DDL errors, ADDL errors, you run that. Recreates grands and synonyms. This on our own we don't do it unless otherwise specified by Oracle Corporation when you raise an SR. Okay. Multilingual table, check for dual. This is how you will do it. Okay, fine. Compile, reload, database entities task. Okay. At the end of the module, you should be able to do the following. List the compile, reload, database entities task you can perform with ADadmin. Compile app schema, compile menu of information, compile flex fields, reload jar files to the database. Compiling app schema. This is the key. After applying any patch, we will notice that so many objects get invalid. So how do you compile? ADadmin, you come and compile using ADadmin. When you come and compile the app schema, it will automatically ADUTLR TMP script. It will run internally, and then it compiles, compiling menus, compiling flex fields, compiling jar files to the database. Okay. How do you compile? You run the ADadmin, and then you press the option 3, and then you will get all these options. If you want to compile app schema, you will say 1. If you want to compile the menu information, you press 2. And if you want to compile the flex field, 3. Reload database jar files, 4. Return to the main menu, 5. Okay. One thing you remember, when you are giving the options, the moment you say compile menu means automatically you will enter that schema. You enter to that script. Okay. And there is no rollback. So when you enter using ADadmin, you have to be very careful. Okay. Don't do it in a hurry. The way we type our ATM password, right? Just because we know that taka 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 taka, if you type, and if many people make mistake, it's a human error. I also made it. So even though it's a small activity, take your time, breathe, and then press the right key. Okay. That is for sure. Compiling, it will do. But instead of 1, if you type 2 na, what will happen is unnecessarily compiles. When you compile the menus, right? The functional team will get unnecessary errors. Okay. So that is why you have to be very careful when you are doing it. Okay. Compiling app schema. How do you compile? You press the option 1. Then what will happen? For one reason or another, you have invalid object within your app schema. Correct. When this occurs, running the compile app schema task spawn parallel workers to compile invalid objects in the app schema. The output from the validate app schema task mentioned earlier will provide you with the list of invalid objects. Correct. You may perform this task with multiple workers. See, when you compile now, it will ask for number of workers. Depending upon your CPU, it will automatically calculate 0 to 99 or 0 to 999 based upon your CPUs. You will actually, what you will do is you will select the number of workers. Okay. Parallelly, which means workers are nothing but, let's say you select 32. 32 parallel scripts will run here for to perform the same task. If you give 16, only 16 parallel. So compared to 32, 16 is less number. So if you one time if you give the option as 16, then it will take some more time when compared to giving 32. 32 means 32 parallel jobs at a time. Okay, so that is what it is. So what happens is to minimize the downtime, what we will do is we will give maximum number of workers, not more than 32. Compiling app schema, when custom packages are moved to the app schema and need to be compiled during the upgrade process. Okay, what do you mean by custom packages? Custom packages are nothing but custom forms or custom tables. Basically custom tables they will create, right? Custom tables, custom indexes, triggers, whatever it is, when they create inside the app schema, because Oracle allows the customization. That is when you will do it, right? At that particular time, yeah, they will ask us to compile the app schema multiple times, and once you compile also, there will be some objects still which are in invalid state. At that time, what you will do is simply you will go and give that list. If it is a custom one, always remember, if it is a custom one, you have to go back to the developer. If it is a seeded one, seeded means standard one, then you have to raise an SR with Oracle support. Clear? See, you can ask me a question. How you can say that it's a custom one or it's a seeded one? How will I identify? See, the name of the standard seeded tables, you remember we have seen etrm.oracle.com, right? In that all the table names are there. Whatever names table names are there in etrm.oracle.com, those are the standard ones, seeded one. And the ones, let's say yesterday we have seen one customer named Galana for Kenyan oil and gas company. So how it will begin, any custom table will start with XX. First they will start XX underscore or XXGOKL underscore blah blah blah. Got it right? If any name which starts, which that is a rule they follow, they start with XX or with the customer name. Let's say it's a GE customer, GGO. Likewise, so you will immediately you will be able to find out whether it's a custom one or a seeded one by looking at it once you are into real time. Okay. Okay, perfect. Compiling menu information. Okay. This option compiles menu data structures. Choose this task after updating menu entries or if compile security concurrent request submitted from the menus form fail. AD admin asks you if you want to force compilation of all menus. If you choose no, only menus change with changes are compiled. If you enter yes, all menus are compiled. Okay, very good. See, by default, when you go and compile the menus, let's say they are um, they have uploaded few menus. Okay, you must be getting confused what menus is talking about. Correct? See, when you open the Oracle application front end, here we cannot open, right? So in that, menus are there, like forms menu, like for example, um, one form inside that second form, inside that second form. Likewise, menus are there, like parent form, child form, and then child form. So that menu, when they open, the sub form should open. So in that, if they do some modification, they will ask us to compile menus. Okay. Then what you have to do, if you choose no, then only the changes which have been made, those forms will get compiled. And if you say yes, then in general or not, irrespective of which one is that, it will compile everything. Clear? Okay. See, we will not apply so much brain. I'll tell you where to apply. If they say compile menu means taka taka, come to AD admin, go to the option 3, select option 2. If you compile yes, force yes, yes, force yes. If yes, all menus are compiled means if you do that part, then it will take longer time. That is the reason you will compile only which are required. Okay. Compile flex fields. Compile flex task is AOL tables. Application object library. AOL is what? Application object library. Compiling flex field data structures in AOL tables is not required, as flex field automatically compile the first time they are accessed. Can be run to avoid the one-time minimal performance impact, or to validate the flex fields that have no referential integrity issue. This you will do it unless otherwise specified with some doc ID. Once they are, let us say that they are functional team. The people who access the front end and works on it are functional team. Okay, like SCM guys, SCM guys, or in finance guys, or procurement and projects, whatever the modules they use it. Once they will ask us to compile the flex field, we just have to come here to the AD admin and perform this task. Okay, while compiling, it will ask enter the option 3, deleting the existing compiles. Yes, we just have to say yes, yes, and it will proceed. Reload jar files to the database. One time what happened, in the front end, the clone got completed. Okay, you're listening with me to me, right? One time what happened, we did a clone. Okay, after doing the clone, you will do a sanity. Sanity is like, you will log into the Oracle application page, you will open the forms, you will navigate, you submit one active user program. That is nothing but a sanity. From your side, you are ensuring that you are not getting forms issue, HTML issue, any issue before you release the system to the users. While after doing the clone, what happened is, I was seeing some, what is that? Java related errors. We don't know why, what happened. Then that time, my lead, he just joined the team. He don't know, it was a very big customer. So he recently joined our team. So he immediately came. What happened? Why have you not released the instance? Means I told the clone is completed, but I am seeing some issues with the form, Java related issues. Okay, leave it. What is the issue? Okay, he just came to the system. Huh? People want to try act over smart here sometimes. What happened? He just came, and what he did is he reload jar files to the database. This is what he did. Okay, when it is not required, I know if he touches this, there will be a problem. What happened? He did what? He reload jar files to the database. Okay, I'm running this. You once this is completed, you start the instance, release it to the customer. Okay, he told. I said okay, no problem. What happened? He used this option. Okay, what it will do, you will see. This option runs the load Java utility to reload the appropriate Oracle application jar files into the database. Use this option if Oracle application Java classes have been removed from the database. See, in my case, it was not removed. This can happen if your database become corrupt and the database JVM is reloaded. See, you're seeing internally, if something got corrupted, only when Oracle will tell you, that time you have to do it. But what this fellow did, he just tried to act smart. He ran this. What happened finally? The instance got goofed up. See, to complete one clone, it will take 48 hours for some environments. Okay. Once the database is done, then have to run so many things on the database side. Then you will have to do something on application side. Second node add, third node add, fourth node add. Then changes to your thing, these things, that thing. There are several things which you will do it. Okay. What happened? This fellow, this last step he did this. So the entire clone has to be repeated because of this blunder. Because this was unnecessarily. Just because you are seeing error, you cannot come and run any option. That you have to understand. Just because somebody says that there are flex field errors, Even though you know compiling will fix one thing, means it can break another things also. You're getting my point, Suresh? Yeah. So that is the, this thing. So make sure that even though you know, as a DBA, you should know how to do it, from where. If somebody says compile the menu, means you should know automatically AD admin using that we can run it karke. Okay. But just because R&D purpose, if you do now, instance will get goofed up and you have to do the clone again. Okay. And always in your environment, you make sure that once you're into your environment, right, all main parameters files you have to take a backup and keep it as a gold copy. Got it, huh? See, when I learned Oracle applications, now that time there was my uh, the guy who has taught me. He told me once, see, you as a DBAs, today or tomorrow you will get a job, but one thing you remember, you know, as a DBA, what are the critical files in your application. So don't tell anybody. Create a um, gold copy of key configuration files. What are the key configuration files? Any files which which are important to Oracle applications, you take a backup of that in case of anything, any if there is any goof up, and because of any patch or accidentally somebody deleted intentionally or unintentionally, your clone will not, your instance will not work. That file you cannot get it from anywhere, because Oracle will also be helpless to, they'll also do a trial and error, try this, try that karke. But you as a DBA, if you keep those things on a safer side, what will happen? You can just replace the file and your application will be up and running. So always maintain gold copy of key configuration files. Let's say you have production, you have test, you have development, you have XYZ instance, all the instances, you at least go and take a gold copy. What do you mean by gold copy? Just taking a backup, same file, you copy that file to one directory and put a note that this backup, this is a working instance configuration file. This was taken on so and so date. This is just for a backup purpose, and this has been taken when the instance is up and running. You will also not remember, but always you go open and check. Then you will find the things. Okay. Okay. This option runs reload jar files to the database, runs the load Java utility to reload all appropriate Oracle application jar files into the database. Use this option if all Oracle application Java files have been removed from. One more important thing. See, now Suresh, you are into real time. Okay. Yes or no? Now, what will happen is, many times what will happen is, our colleagues, see, our colleagues are our competitors here. When they will be our friends, one they can turn into our enemies, we don't know. Situation demands. See, victory has many fathers, failure has none. If any goof up happens, they will look for somebody who is less knowledgeable and they will blame on him. That is for sure in every environment. As a DBA, you will face it, and in your career, you will observe it also. But you have to keep your mouth shut. You, if suppose I am your colleague, okay, I am telling, hey Suresh, do one thing. You go and log into that instance. You do a using, there is some instance, there is issue with there is some issue ongoing. These people, man, I don't know. You do one thing. You go and run the. Don't tell them. Just go and reload jar files to the database and update me. Okay, they will give verbal instructions. Who will give verbal instructions? Our daily people, whom we sit for 9 hours, whom we eat together, whom you go for a sutta break or a tea break, whom you will go for parties also. That time also, the people will tell you what will happen. you ran, something goofed up. Okay, what will happen? Who did that? Suresh. Why did he do that? Somebody else told him. Is there an email? No. Then in real time, you always make a habit. One on one mail, you put it to him as requested. I have executed reload jar files to the database on so and so date. This is just for our reference purpose. People who are freshers, the moment you talk process, the moment you talk this language, people start hating you. But this one thing, will save you. People will shout overnight, people will turn into enemies. Fine. But the thing is, the real culprit is the a person who has asked you, not you. You have to understand that. Getting me? That is how the life is here in real time. Unnecessarily, all of a sudden, people will get. So what will happen? I'll tell you how. He'll not say that something have been goofed up. Somebody else will find out that there are unnecessary errors are coming karke. Then what will happen? There will be logs, right? The senior team will open logs and check, and they will check that okay, something has been run on so and so date. Okay, so that time you are in shift. They will open the roster. Who is there in shift? Let's say it's 10:30 in the morning. Who was there? Suresh is there. Your friend Jack is there. Blah blah blah. So they will ask, did anybody do bulk? Then everybody say no, no, no. Some environments will have with your user only you have to log into the Linux boxes. Okay. Then that time they can easily find out. Linux team can easily find out who ran it. Then you have to give a big explanation. Getting? So even though that you only ran it, but the background nobody knows, right? So when you send out an email, one-on-one mail, you send it to that fellow. This is just for our reference purpose. I have completed this task. Karke. So next time, Alanti with things, people will not give it to you. See, if there is any failure, people will look for people on whom they can blame. That is real time. That you will learn in the real time only. So nobody will teach you what to write emails. If I'm sitting next to you, you will say Anna, I'll say Tammudu, Tammudu Anna, all of a sudden you will get bamboo. So you should know how to protect yourself. That you have to learn. With my experience, I am telling you. And let's say you're with me or not. What I am trying to say is, see, one thing is there here. Nobody, you are not there to make friends. You are there for the professional job. Okay. But if you get too much personal, if this like situation like this, which will have a larger impact, then if you see, you cannot protect anyone. That you have to understand. Who did it? When they do investigation, everything will come out. But the intention is when somebody gives you verbal instruction, do it, but write one-on-one mail as advised, as requested. I have executed this. That's it. When somebody project manager comes now, why they'll take you to the sutta break or tea break and they'll ask, "Arey yaar, you guys have goofed up." Then you can say, "Okay, they are telling my name, sir, but it is him who has asked him. Do you have a mail?" That is the first question they'll ask you. Yes, I have sent out an email. You can forward them. Khalas. So people hate. People hate the people. Actually, what happens is in real time, people hate people who write emails. Why? Because see, you are there for a formal work, official work, and people want to give the offline tasks. If everything happens. If something goofed up, who will be responsible? So you should know how to protect yourself when you are working in real time. That you will. I have learned that only here. I have very less friends, but I'll make sure that I should know how to protect myself, because never know, yaar, who will turn into enemy and who will turn into friends. Very less number of people you will make it. They are good friends. They'll turn to become a good friends, but we don't know intentions of the people at what stage what they will do. So you have to be very matured in this thing. Just see, sitting together doesn't make a good team. Sharing together, exchanging knowledge, doing teamwork is a that is called a team actually. Okay. See, the thing is, if you have a good manager, matured manager, good team leader, then it will be a healthy environment. If somebody, depending upon the situation, if they are behaving ante, that's it. So you should know how, in first place, how to protect yourself. You will you will realize this. Now I am telling you, but once you are into on the floor, when you are working na, that time you will see at the max what they will do. They will ask you to extend the shift and complete the task. They will ask to figure out problems which is not in your this thing. With knowledge, with experience, you can get it. See, end of the day to day, you make sure that your knowledge is increasing. See, let's say there are 12 months, right? I'm sorry, I'm discussing something out of context, but I feel it is important. Yeah, GG. So what happens is, 12 months are there. Till 9 months, you are, what do you say? You are talking to your manager. You feel like I am a, my person is good, this person is good, he will take care. If he give good rating, then automatically my appraisal will be good karke. All of a sudden that person will resign and new person will come. Now what did you learn? You learn only how to put cheese butter to a person. That you learned. You have not learned the subject. You make sure, yaar, every day you are learning something new, or some existing thing you are learning in deep. That will help you. Whoever might be the customer, your language should be Oracle database, Oracle applications, and your attitude should be database and application. That's it. If you know this skill, only because of that only people are hiring you. We are not there to make friends. If somebody is not talking, sitting beside you also, no problem. They'll tell you useless fellow, arrogant fellow. They'll give you names, but you should be very strong enough to face them. Then end of the day, if suppose after 2 years the same harassment continues, until if you get good opportunity, immediately you can jump. That time they'll realize. Make sure our work is speaking. Actions speak louder than voice. Okay, whatever you do on the floor, see, you go and research what is interpersonal skills. Write down the email, write down that word, interpersonal skills. Okay, you write down that word and you research what is interpersonal skills. Etiquettes etiquettes of writing an email, etiquettes of, remember this word, etiquettes. If you type the wrong spelling also, Google will give you. Okay, it starts with the etiquettes of working. So that if you read that na, it will give you so many tips. How to behave, how to do this, what not to be done. That will help you. Okay. So if you, if the more see, these things will not be taught in our college or by anybody. That comes with experience. Okay. Okay, reload jar file is done. We will see the next session. I'm boring or what? Ah, create a default file. Okay, at the end of the module, you should be able to do the following: create a default file, run AD admin in non-interactive mode, enable disable maintenance. Very important. See, you what how you are going to do it is, you run the AD admin, correct? When you run the AD admin, you're doing, this is called interactive, correct? But once you are senior, what you will do, you will not do the task like that. You will write, if you know, you what you will do is, you will create one text file, you enter what values needs to be entered, and then you run one command. That's it. Without opening AD admin tool, you can run the same thing, like compiling app schema, compile menus, likewise. So that is what we are going to discuss now. Okay, specify default file on the admin AD admin command line. The default file must be located under Appletop admin SID. Okay, run AD admin tool through the maintenance task that you would like non-interactively in future. Verify that your default file exists. Let's say you are doing a clone. See, one thing you remember, Suresh, um, um, what is that is, when you do things, let's say you have been given a task to do the AD admin, okay, but manually if you do any task, it will take time. If you do things in a, always you have to make sure that your time, the turnaround time has to be reduced. For that, you have to identify things which has to be done in a smarter way. Like one command you run, and the task should be done. Okay, so let's say after the clone you are supposed to compile the invalid objects. So you using AD admin, you can do it. At the same time, the same task can be done using this. You create one a default file and you enter the thing how what needs to be done, and it will be done. Non-interactive mode allows the user to schedule AD admin tasks to run routine tasks. Okay. Tasks that is not supported in non-interactive mode are convert character set. Okay, convert character set. You have to use AD admin and you have to do that. Here is the command line parameter for AD admin in non-interactive mode. Okay, AD admin, that's a tool. Default file is Appletop admin, default.txt. Log file name, okay. Worker, you have mentioning. Interactive, no. Okay. Okay, what you are doing, if you want to generate messages, you have to give generate gen messages, generate form, generate report, generate jars, relink, copy files. Okay, scan Appletop, scan custom directory, list snapshot. These are all the tasks you can do it using check dual, enable maintenance mode, disable maintenance mode. Okay, and then maintain multilingual must be enabled before. Okay, maintenance mode must be enabled before patching. Improve patching performance. Restrict user access to the system is enabled using AD admin. Okay. Okay, we have completed till here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Menu, submenus we have seen, right? Okay. So as a DBA main task, what we do is compile app schema, generate forms, generate reports. Okay. And then what? Relink Oracle applications. When do you relink? Whenever there is an OS patching, we do relink of Oracle application forms. Correct. And check for missing files also we have seen. Okay, before applying any patch in 12.1, 12.11, 12.13 or 11.9, you have to enable the maintenance mode. Then only you can proceed with the patch. If you forget to enable the maintenance mode, it will automatically give you message, please enable the maintenance mode. Okay, first step. After you shut down the applications, you enable the maintenance mode using AD admin option 5. You select the option 1, it will enable. And once the patch is completed, you come AD admin option 5, you do disable maintenance mode. That's it. Okay. 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 We are going to discuss about AD control utility. AD control utility whenever you apply a patch. Okay. We have not seen patching. Don't worry. We are going to see the patching. But when you are doing the patching activity, you should know. Let's say I am applying a 4 GB patch. Okay. Our job is to what? Our job is to come, download the patch first. Point number one, copy it on the server with using WinSCP tool. Two, unzip the patch. Three, change the permission, give FLMGR permission. Four, okay, four options are done. Using the AD patch utility, you apply the patch. The moment you apply the patch, it will take like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and it will run so many scripts. Okay, yes or no? Then what scripts are running now and which script it is waiting, that particular thing you can make a note of it using AD controller. Okay. Okay, you open a you will open a parallel session, and you will open a parallel session, and what you will do, you will just check what is going on, which particular script is taking time, what is the step the patch is into. Okay, that is what you will check. Okay, with AD controller you can review worker status, restart a failed worker, restart a terminated worker, shut down a worker. Okay, very important. Using AD, the way you run AD admin, right? Same way you come and you enter ADCTRL. Okay, you run ADCTRL. You say enter, enter, enter. It will only ask for apps password. This screen will come. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, this screen will come. It will show status, worker status. Okay, show worker status, tell workers to restart a failed job, tell workers to quit, tell managers that workers failed his job, tell manager a worker acknowledged quit, restart a worker on the current machine. See, the moment the patch is started, what you will do as a DBA, you will open another session, you source the apps in ENV, and then you say AD control, ADCTRL. Okay, now the moment you do that, always you will come and give option one. You give option one, it will see what are all the scripts the patch is doing now. Okay, if suppose uh, you have given 32 workers, now the worker 2 got failed. What you will do is, how to restart is, you come to the AD controller, you come and select option 2. Then the second option, how do you know that it's a second job which failed? This will show, tell AD worker has failed. Correct. Okay, then you enter the tell worker that to restart a failed job. Then it will ask which particular worker failed. You will give the option 2, and then it will restart. Okay, sometimes because of any logs in the database, different errors it might be. Okay, tell workers to quit. All of a sudden you realize that there is this patch needs to be quit. How do you quit that? Tell a worker to quit. Go to the option 3. Tell a manager that workers fail its job. Like for example, you will see that the session got hung. It is not moving at all. Then you will say that tell manager that worker fail its job. Tell manager that worker acknowledge quits. Restart a failed worker on the machine. Okay, these options. Okay, you see option 1. Let's say you come and you give enter your choice. Already one is there, na? Worker, code, context, file name, status. Okay, clear? Now that worker 2 got failed. You see, using AD control you are able to see. Okay, now you know that esa.msb. MSB is what? Message file got failed. So now this thing, assign, completed, failed, fix, restart, restart, running, wait. The manager assigns a job to the worker and the worker has not started. You see, these are the statuses, right? This is what we are reading here. Okay. Status. What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? Okay. Assigned. The manager assigned a job to the worker and the worker has not started. Okay. Assigned means it has been just assigned. Okay. The worker completed the job and the manager has not assigned it a new job. Okay. Which means completed. Here completed. But still a new job has to be assigned. Okay. Failed. Failed means the job to worker 2 has failed. Okay. Fixed restart. You fix the problem and the worker should retry whatever failed, which means I'll give this option to worker to restart a failed job. Okay. Then it will turn into fixed restart. Here you have failed, right? It will first time it will give fixed restart. Okay. Restarted. The worker is retrying a job or successfully restarted a job. Once fixed, restart and restarted. That's how it will change here. Okay. Now next is running. The worker is running the job. Okay. Here you see running. It is running. And wait. The worker is idle. If you see anything is showing as wait, it means it is the worker is idle. It has been allocated, but it is not doing. It is waiting for the previous job to complete. Okay. See, worker status flow. It will first wait, then it will come to assigned, then it will go for running. If there is any issue, it will go to failed. Okay. After it gets failed, fixed karke, you have to restart it and it will show as restarted, then it will go for completion. Good, right? See, the worker is assigned a task, waiting. The task is waiting to be assigned. Once it is waiting, then it will go to assigned one. Once it is running, then only you will come to know whether it will work or it will fail. Correct? Yes or no? If it is good, then it will directly go for completion. If it is having problem, it will go for failed. Then you will manually run that script, whatever you want to do. Then you have to, using the AD control, you have to say it, restart a worker. Then it will give that message as fix and restart. And then it will say as restarted. Then it will go for completion. Okay. Okay, you understand this, what it is now. Okay, resolving a failed worker. You know that this got failed worker. See, here I am talking about worker. So 2 got failed. Okay. Then determine why a worker failed. Review worker status and confirm the failed status of the worker. Review the worker log for AD worker blah 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 02. Okay, under Appletop admin SID log. Resolve the error. Okay. And then tell the worker to restart a failed job. When prompted, enter the number of workers that failed. If all workers fail and the problems have been fixed, type all. Review worker status again. The status column for the worker that failed should now say fixed, restart or restarted. Okay. Important point. Where is the location of the worker logs? Appletop admin SID log. Inside that, it will start with the file name ADWORK. If 01, if it is 32, it will 32.log. So that particular worker you have to identify and open and check which particular log has failed. Clear? Suresh. Okay. Restart a failed patch process. If a worker failed and cannot be restarted, tell the worker to shut down and quit. Okay. Tell the manager that worker has failed his jobs. Tell the manager worker acknowledge quit, restart the patch. Let's say you sometimes it is showing as running only. Okay. What will happen is you go and apply a patch. And in our patch screen, it is showing as running. AD control also showing as running, but it is not moving. And you are also thinking that patch is taking time. But what as a DBA you have to do is, if at all, if it is doing something on a worker 2, then go and do a tail of that worker, tail -f, that log file. If it is not moving, then you will understand that something it is not doing, and it is what happened. It has hunged. The process will get hanged, right? Like that it happened. So what you will do is determine what the worker process is doing. That is point number one. Get the worker process ID. Okay. Determine what process the worker has started. If any, stop the hanging process using the command that is appropriate for your operating system. Let's say if you know that the worker log is not writing anything, and which particular log it is, operating system it generates one OS process, right? You identify and kill that process, and then in using AD admin you do changes, fix that issue that caused the worker to hang, and then restart the job. See, patching may any error, simple upload the logs. Oracle will tell, give you all the steps one by one. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. This is done. This is not done. Like that. It will clearly give you the messages. Okay. We don't have to apply our brain. Okay. Restarting a terminated worker. AD control, review worker status, take appropriate action for each worker. If the worker show fail, restart the failed job. If the worker shows running, restart, but the process is not real running, tell manager worker has failed its job, then manager to restart the job. Okay. Okay. You read it in the meantime. See, remember we have not discussed the patching yet. We are seeing only the AD worker. Okay. You tell me one thing honestly, you are alone or you are with somebody? If you are with somebody also, I don't have any problem. Just casually asking. Uh, okay. Means they are also fresher, huh? Ah, okay, okay. So already into the system. Good. But they are also DBS, huh? Oh, okay. Okay. नहीं, नहीं, नहीं. Yeah, it's okay. अरे यार, it's okay. What is there? We are only sharing knowledge, right? Nothing personal, right? We should respect that, yaar. As if we are discussing something to do in NASA. Next month, our rocket is launching. Knowledge sharing only, right? What I am doing, what I am doing. Yeah, yeah, wait, wait, wait. You read it, yeah. I am doing something. Actually, you have asked to share guides, right? I'm actually planning to download few for you only. So how big is the DBA team here in your company? I'm asking how big is the company size, team size in your organization? Apps DBA team. Wow. They are checking your progress or what? Uh, mhm. So how did you got that? Yeah, you applied any? Acha, acha, okay, okay. Office, right? Okay, I'll ask. No problem, no problem. Okay, Suresh, I'm attaching three files. Huh? You go through in detail what all we discuss in detail. Mm, Chandanapalli Suresh, for sure. Okay, I sent an email. You just check. Have you received it or not? Some worker process spawn other child process called child process. If you terminate a child process, the worker that spawned the process shows failed as the restart. After you fix the problem, choose to restart the failed job. Once the worker is restarted, the associate child process are status as well. Let's say you applied a patch, and all of a sudden the server went for a reboot. Okay, what will happen? The next time, what you have to do is after if your system crashes, go to AD admin, select the option for tell manager that a worker has failed its job. Specify all. Okay. Then option two, tell worker to restart a failed job. After that, restart the AD admin utility that was running when the machine crashed. Okay, that is where that is how, first you have to terminate all the sessions which are existing, and then you restart the patch again, and then from there it will pick it up. Shut down the manager. Tell a worker to shut down and quit. Enter all for the worker's number. Each worker stops one. It complete fails its current job. Verified that on Unix, ps-a grep ad worker. That's how you will check what are the number of workers which are working. Okay. Let's say if a patch is going on in one session, you can parallelly connect to the server. You will give this command ps-a grep ad worker. Okay, and then you will come to know which workers are running. Let's say if it 32 means 32 times you will see ad worker karke. You can grep and you can see ad relink. Ad relink, when we do the ad relink option, you can parallelly run the ad controller and check what is going on karke. Ad relink, Oracle application executable program relink may be necessary when execute programs become corrupt, accidentally deleted, or need to be updated after several libraries are updated. You know that we have discussed about AD relink. AD relink, when do you do? Many cases, when you do the cross-platform migration, when an operating system patch is applied, before starting the Oracle application, you will run the AD relink. Correct? To run that AD relink task, log in as an Apple MGR, run the appropriate environment files. If you are relink files on a concurrent processing server, Shut down the affected concurrent managers. If you are relinking files on a form servers node, you have to Oracle application users log off before proceeding. I told you, right? AD relink, you cannot run it when the instance is up and running. You have to bring down the services and do that. See, till there you discussed about AD controller, correct? Now we are discussing AD relink. AD relink is a utility. Okay, using this only you will do a relink of what it will do is basically it will delete and recreate things here. How do you run that? Log into the Apple MGR and run the appropriate environment file. That is the first thing you will do it when you log into the Oracle application. If you're relink files on a concurrent processing server, shut down the affected concurrent managers. Okay. If you're relink form on a form server node, have all the application service logged off before proceeding. We know that. AD relink force is equals to Y, option is equals to arguments. These options are already there in the maintenance guide which I gave you. What are the different options? Okay. Typing adrelink.sh at the command prompt will provide the instruction on the adrelink utility. Typing adrelink at the command prompt will also provide examples for running the AD. Sometimes what will happen is one particular form or one particular will give problem. That time, instead of invoking AD admin to run all the things manually to do one or two forms, you can always come back. You can run adrelink.sh. You give this is the syntax force is equals to, and then you do it. Okay. Upgrade path, upgrading directly to R12. Okay, this is not required. Okay. Okay, shall we stop or shall we continue? Okay, tomorrow is auto config. I don't know why patching we missed or what. When is the patching? Uninteractive mode. This we have discussed. Maintenance mode we have discussed. License manager. Okay, fine. Reporting utilities. Okay. Configuration utilities. Patching. Okay, patching is not started. It will come in tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I'll share. I'll share. Don't worry. We are going in order only. Okay, Suresh. Yeah, you're welcome. Huh? Thank you. Bye.